Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where I think we're making progress. I know that the borders haven't really moved, but I think we're making progress. I suppose I should temper that declaration with data here. Let's have a quick look at the military chart. Okay, yeah. So losses for green have been heavier than our losses. Our losses are greater as a percentage of our total military strength, but we're buying a lot of this back every turn, so I'm not too worried. I guess I'm a little worried about the state of our strategic reserves. But we're giving better than we're getting, and if we can keep doing that, I think we're on track to win this war, which is good, because we desperately need to. Let's figure that out. Let's figure out winning this war. We don't really have anything else to do this turn, but we gotta be prepared to do some stuff next turn. We need to pop the units that are building out of Guiron out to attack, to join this army and attack that army. We need to grab the units out of Emaroya to push this army forward. We still have Ipsawacha, right? Not assigned anything. Is that true? Oh, he's currently disabled. We'll buy him back next turn and get him out here. He can help take these dudes down. Oh, I need to finish that building. That needs to get done. The dust refinery is a high priority. And I guess that's all that is really urgent, except this is happening. Where am I being pillaged? Really? Red's gonna get aggressive on me right now, right this second? That's very annoying. Okay, you. Stop it. Close borders. Get out of here. Wait, hold on. Can we maybe instead work together? Would you be willing to declare war on green on my behalf? Purple's not part of the game anymore. You can't declare war on purple. No, they're not down. They don't want any part of this. Hold on. What about in exchange for peace between our great nations? Oh, no, they hate that idea. Okay, never mind. Alright, Red. I was hoping to put off our conflict with Red. It would be bad for us if the conflict with Red started before the conflict with Green finished. So, let's, yeah, let's hit the button here. I'm a little concerned about the state of our strategic reserves, and we may have to come up with a troop type that does not use any strategics, figure out which one of those is best suited to that, so that we can at least have reserves coming up from the back at all times, but our troop quality is going to diminish slightly, it looks like, which I'm worried about. Anyway. Who still has move? Oh, this army still has points of movement, but they probably should not move anywhere. Alright, so very quickly at the beginning of the turn, we want to rush these new units out of their garrisons and into attack position. Also, the roundup is happening, so hopefully we'll catch some spies. That would be cool. You. Get you. Oh no, they're trying to get away. Hurry up, merge. Okay, well, we're on the move here. Okay, we caught him. We're good. Do I want to just attack here? Hold on, lots of stuff is happening. Why am I getting so many notifications? Okay, they finished pillaging my regional building despite not being allowed in my territory, so that's cool. Green has 5 heroes at level 8, and so they have acquired a huge breastplate. For real, you can't be in my territory. There are rules. We live in a society. There are laws, man. They decrease morale, and we're successful, and we're not driven out of the city or anything, despite the roundup. This is why I don't usually do roundups, because they almost, like, they don't work. The roundup mechanic is a little soft, and it has to be, right? If it was actually effective, you as the player couldn't use spies, because the AI would always just perfectly round up your spies every time you did any actions. So we do need to get our wine booster running again. That's a pretty important boost. We are at 89% Empire approval. You know what? We could try to buy something to push over 90%, but who knows if it would actually work, because we're about to take Mean again, right? Oh, maybe we're not this turn going to take Mean again, because we have some other fighting to do. Also, hold on, what's the second? Oh, that army attacked my dredge over here. Well, that's interesting. Hold on, we'll get to that in a second. Let's have this out. So probably they just run. My guess is they're going to retreat. Oh, really? Okay. Well, this was nice of them. How do we want to do this? I think we kind of just want to be in this big ball that they've put us in, but we want to be in this big ball closer to them. Because they're going to get to attack us no matter what. I would like to be able to attack them back. I guess I actually don't want you here, because this is where that guy needs to be. Yep, just continuing to counteract the morale penalties, although at this point I guess we're always going to be -6 morale, and there's nothing we can do about that except for eliminate green from the game. This is certainly a way of dealing with having stats that are massively inferior to your opponent. Just have infinite spies with infinite infiltration points. So, who is dying first? I guess it's important that the hero go down. The hero does quite a lot of damage. And then we need to take out basically anybody except the shaman. The shaman is a 0 priority target. We're already going to be having the worst attack tables available on every attack because of the fact that we have this huge negative morale penalties built up, and there's nothing we can do about it, which means that buffs to the enemy's defense have no effect. This guy is functionally useless. So we just need to really make sure we're focusing on others, and I don't want everybody to be focused on this dude because I am thinking that probably what's going to happen here is we're going to kill him in a couple of attacks probably, and then my units are going to select targets on their own after that, and they're going to go after the shaman because your units hate you and want you to lose the war, pretty much without exception. Some people should be intentionally targeting these guys. You know what? Honestly, I would rather the ranged units be on them as well. It's a little bit of a shame that the Rider has higher initiative than the Dust Bishops, because he's going to move... I'm not going to give him specific tile directions, because who knows what the enemy formation will look like by then. But he's going to move in a way that I can't predict, because I can't predict their positions, and so it's hard to get him healing with the Dust Bishops. Alright, everybody, stand tough. Okay, yeah, see, that the best thing that guy can do is attack us, for sure. Okay, cool. Now, if we could get that guy down... Please, don't do 0 damage. Okay, awesome. Look at all that healing. Okay, so the Dust Bishops... Let's see here. The Rider's probably dead if it attacks this guy. That's my concern. Because this guy's going to shoot the Rider, right? Due to the Rider having the lowest defense of all of his available targets. And I don't think I can stand up to 2 attacks from him, so I'm going to have the Rider attack this guy. Actually, I think we'll survive this attack. And then we know the Rider's going to... Actually, the Rider should probably ride all the way out to here. No, the Rider should be here because I want to have a Dust Bishop stand there and attack. Which... Actually, nope, never mind. Can't do that. I do not have enough movement on my Dust Bishops. So you should definitely attack from here. That's a pretty good one. And you can attack from there. Yep, and everybody else just kind of like mob him. Come on, show me a lucky stun. Yeah. Oh, okay, we did get the stun. Never mind. Everything's good. Okay, decent healing going on. Hopefully enough to allow us to endure some of these counterattacks. Also, I was not thinking there. The militia definitely should not be involved in this battle. But some of our militia are faster than some of our stalwarts. So this guy needs to be ordered to go over here. This guy needs to be ordered to go over there. I just need them to be away from this conflict. Actually, I guess this should be your job, and this can be your job? Yep, and everybody else is targeting these guys, even though not all of you can actually hit them. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do. So they do manage to finish off the rider. Not a lot we could have done to stop that, except for killing them last turn, which we just don't have the, we do not have the attack necessary to do. Yeah, let's get stalwarts in here. Have at 'em. Please tell me we get to kill this thing this turn. There we go. That's a beautiful... Look at that. That's almost 400 points of healing. Okay, and obviously from here it's pretty straightforward, although we do want to make sure that we are still optimizing the positions of our... what do you call it? Of our Dust Bishops. So yeah, the Dust Bishop who goes first should move to here. And I think the other guy's actually where he should be. Okay. Another 200 points of health there. So the rider dies. That's a shame. Got 850 dust out of it. We will figure this out. So now I don't actually know what to do with this army. Do we want to run up here to place support? We can't reinforce this turn. But like, do I maybe not want to attack this army this turn and wait until this guy can come in as reinforcements? Or do I want to have this army over here to pressure the city? I guess we can kind of split the difference by running up this way, right? I can still pressure the city through the forest, but we can be in range to be a reinforcement. All right, let's level up Exit the Chosen. Exit the Chosen is level 4 now, which means we could go and unlock the Shard of Akariel. Unfortunately, it is on the same resource as all of our other troops. You know, the same set of resources as all of our other troops, so equipping it could be a little expensive. The Grass Silk has run out. It was providing like 100 dust per turn. How much would it be to get it running again? Not possible. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, we have this other battle to figure out. This is a retreat, right? Our dredge just dies here. There's no reason to let that happen. Huh, what are they doing? They moved down and then they moved back up. Okay, well that's good news because it means that the troop that's finishing in Horlakin can be like... We can buy another guy or maybe 2 guys out in Horlakin and then use that army to crush these guys. Because remember, this is only 2 actual units and one of them's a ranger. So, oh wow, a ranger with pretty bad stats. So it's not actually going to take a lot of pressure to burn this. I guess, hold on. So now that that's resolved-ish, we can wait until next turn to figure out what we want to do with the rest of that. I think we probably have to keep the dredge nearby. He might actually be necessary as an instigator. Yep, you're still doing the thing that you're doing. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with this army this turn. We could attack these guys. They are demon heavy. See, here's one of those downsides of playing the games in multiple pieces. I don't remember if the city currently has a garrison or not. I think it did, right? Because when we engaged in the battle last turn, we saw a lot of stuff coming in through their reinforcement slots. They had a huge army on their side of the panel, as I remember. So there's probably more stuff in reinforcement positions here, which means that if we can play this right and we can kill them off without losing a ton of our own stuff in return, that's going to put us in a great position. Like this is probably the last gasp of their local reinforcements. So how do we best take advantage? Do I want to just heal, spend my action point healing this turn, and then next turn engage in such a way that I have this big army as reinforcements? We could pull Ipsawacha in as well, right? Just have him... We should get Ipsawacha back. Oh, he's fine now. Huh, wasn't he supposed to be wounded for 20 more turns? It's not a big deal, like, obviously we would have restored him for fairly cheap anyway, but it's weird that he is all of a sudden completely available again. Well, he'd be useful to have around. Oh, also, we have enough Hyperium to make with the Hyperium trinket on somebody, I guess on Exit, because obviously that other guy is not in our territory and cannot be equipped. And is this the best use of this stuff? I mean, it's not nothing, right? And that's important. But it's not a lot of value. Oh, we can also we can upgrade our damage trinket, right? We have access to the tier 2 version of that thing now. We're about to have tier 2 health boost as well. Let's do that. So we have 4,000 dust and these 14 units and 2 heroes. What is the best move here? It's a real shame that nobody is quite at extra reinforcement slots here. The aggressive army needs more reinforcement spaces than the defensive army does, because the aggressive army has to move their troops across the battlefield. Right, the army that is heavy on ranged units can kind of just sit back and let the reinforcements flow immediately into the relevant part of battle. And then Guaran and Amaroya, right, both need orders. Well, I guess we actually can't attack these guys this turn, can we? Because I can't move. I only have 7/10 of a point of movement left, and I can't move into this space because that's a ruin. We could attack the city, which is a consideration. So if I attack the city, then we're going to get another one of these pretty lopsided battles where we have to rush forward and hold down the reinforcement spaces, but we can do it. We saw it work last time. But we have to do it with a bunch of our units already wounded and stuff. I'm going to take the heal. That's going to be how we spend our action point this turn. And then I'm going to do this next turn with both of our big armies here, and we're just going to have at them. I guess I'm also going to spawn Ipsawacha as an army on on Amaroya. He also needs to be here and available. Alright, and then we need to buy some more units. So, how many dust? We have a lot of dust bishops, right? I have 3 in this army and 2 in that army. We certainly don't need any more dust bishops. So the question is, stalwarts versus riders. It really is just a question of offense versus defense. The riders die really quickly, but they have an improved ability to actually do damage, and they stun people, which is cool. We don't have enough adamantium to... Boy. Kind of a rough spot, strategic-wise. Okay, we're going to have to actually talk about this then. I'm going to swap this design back to entirely Palladian. We have just enough resources to make one of those guys. That in, buy that out. And then we got to talk about more basic units. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a version of each of our units that does not use any strategics. And we're going to compare the values and figure out which unit is just sort of like the best for our current purposes. And that'll be the backup unit that we build. So these guys have two-handed hammer versus dust claws. Silics have tremendously low base initiative. So you have to assume that they're going to be mostly on the counterattack. The hammers, the stun only works if you are attacking, and the beam capacity on these guys only works when you're attacking. We should not assume that we're going to be able to take advantage of that, but a fair number of the enemy units are ranged. And the hammers are definitely better than the claws when dealing with ranged units, because you might be able to get stuns off or do damage to multiple ranged per attack. So the correct answer versus hammers, which are great when we're attacking, and claws, which are great when we're being attacked, depends on what the ranged versus melee density of the enemy units is, or the enemy army composition. I think we're seeing a lot of melee units, right? We're seeing a lot of demons and stuff. Let's try this with claws. Let's see what claws looks like. So we would probably want to equip the dust ring and the movement trinket. And then dredges. What does a good built-up dredge look like? Two-handed hammer versus one-handed hammer and shield. I think the hammer and shield is definitely the right call against this army. And that thing. And then, like, what about a dust-only stalwart? So we're going to make a new stalwart design that does not use strategics. We could have just done this in the base design, but my concern with that is that then you end up with the retrofit button having unexpected behavior, and like I wanna have a line of elite troops, and then we can have these other troops as well. And we still have the ability to swap the designs around and make the basic troops into elite troops if it comes to be the case that we need to retrofit a bunch of them quickly or something, but this is going to be less work in the overall. Okay, so that, and we probably, for the sake of argument, should also make a basic rider design. I'm not going to talk about basic dust bishops because the number of dust bishops we want is partially a faction. We don't want to mass dust bishops. The problem with massing dust bishops is that their defenses are very poor and they are extremely bad units if they get attacked. So you have to be pretty careful with them. Stun 3 versus... So, okay, what are the actual stats on these? 24 attack, 20 damage versus 27 attack, 28 damage. You don't lose initiative with the long spear. But even with the hammers, it would have 30 initiative this way, or 14 initiative the other way. 30 is not enough. We're talking about initiative values in like the low hundreds on some of our enemies. And the hammers are better just as weapons. The long spears are really only worth it if you're getting value off of the cavalry slayer. I think. So, let's see. What else do we need? You and you. Wait, that didn't actually equip. Okay, there we go. So, let's have a look at the stats of these units. The Harmonite is 744 industry for 60 attack and 62 damage, 65 defense. These are honestly not great stats, but not as bad as I was afraid of. Non-strategic units are often very weak. The Dredges are 77 attack, 62 damage. So cheaper, a little bit less tough with only 211 health, although they do have higher defense. More base initiative. I think the Dredge is just a better unit than the Harmonite. Basic Stalwart. Okay, this is kind of what I was afraid of. 49 attack, 38 damage. Tough as hell, though. Can't argue with that. They do have Infantry Slayer, but of course the enemy has no infantry. It's all ranged and flying and stuff. The fact that the core of their army is ranged units and then demons, which are not, although they function as infantry, not class as infantry, is really bad for us, because we have a lot of sword units. And the rider is actually 86-56. 64 defense, 230 life is kind of, like, that's bad defense. Obviously, these units are going to die a lot. But as far as actual ability to kill enemies, this is fairly impressive. Yeah, alright, I think our low strategic unit may be riders. Alright, so what else do we need to do this turn? We need to leave you in position to pick that guy up. You are exactly where you need to be. We need to probably put one of those riders into the garrison over here as well, right? Oh, we have enough. We have enough for a real rider. Sorry, we'll do that. Okay. So at the beginning of the turn, we want to pop the units out of Emaroya, run them forward. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, I guess I wanted to buy some units out over here too, didn't I? How expensive are these basic units? 900. Not actually much cheaper. You know what? I'm not really that worried about this army. This Dredge should probably run then. If we're not actually going to be able to use him to take these guys down, like... Yeah, we'll worry about this later. So you, run and get pearls, like you were originally planning to. You know, as it is, they're actually a Threat to Gayala. Maybe I should be taking this a little bit more seriously. Whatever, we'll take it seriously next turn. We have big problems on the northern front right now. Okay, yeah. So when the turn starts, we want to pop the units out of Emaroya, run them forward into Ipsawacha's army. It would be ideal to get one more into this army, but we may want to go a little faster than that, right? Oh, right. Guiron does not have anything in the garrison, right? Or in the queue right now. I guess just start working on one of these? Actually, are we... Is Emaroya in... Yeah, okay, we don't need to pop those units out, actually, because Emaroya is just in the range. Alright, let's do this. So that locks up that portion of the map pretty thoroughly. A lot of stuff is happening, and also my computer is starting to chug real bad here. We are being flanked by units coming out of the ocean. What do we have here? Okay, that's not really a real army. This army has not moved at all yet. They would love a truce. Pink has put us to Cold War because they hate friendship. There's guys in Gayala doing annoying stuff. You know what? Gayala's producing... I was about to say Gayala's probably not producing very much, right? On account of being a new city. But actually, Gayala's approval is fine. Like, do we want to do a roundup in Gayala? I'm not actually sure. Before the end of the Dark Season, locate the region of Uskiv and be the first to defeat the Roman Guardian there for a pretty large reward. Where is Uskiv? Do we know that? We do know that. Far from the front, though. And those guys, despite the fact that our borders were close to them, they were able to just walk over here, right next to a city, and demolish a village. Like, that's very frustrating. The rules sometimes just don't apply to the AI. Ugh. Alright, well, Exit the Chosen is getting a lot of XP from participating in all these battles. We did not unveil any spies during the roundup process, despite the fact that we know there were some. So that's fun. Roundups are bad. Like, again, they have to be. I understand why they are. But, man, I hate doing roundups. Oh, yeah, you're still... Yep. Go ahead, my friend. Soon we will meet Blue. And then maybe we will try to bribe them into going to war with other players on our behalf. Because, man, I need some additional pressure. Alright, let's resolve this battle that's going to be huge and terrifying. Interesting. Mean has one unit in its garrison, so... how do I want to do this? How do we want to do this? Because we probably don't need to devote everybody to this battle, right? If we leave all the units checked, if we leave all the armies checked, all of them will expend their action point, but we know that they won't all actually show up to the battle, right? Because there's not enough time for them to. There's going to be 6 turns, which means at most 12 units can come in as reinforcements, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So at the very least, we should leave at least one army out. If we did this, then Ipsawacha and the units in the Emaroya garrison have their action points left. They can come out and join him, and then he could actually do stuff this turn. Maybe that's the play. Or maybe the play is this, which is certainly less powerful, but it lets Exit the Chosen keep getting free XP, which has turned out to be pretty handy for us. And it means that I can use this army to threaten Gemodge, right? Yeah, I like this better. Okay, let's do it. There's a chance he won't even bring in his reinforcements. He'll just, like, be, this battle's a wash, and he'll just let me kill his one ranged unit. I don't think that's super likely, but it could happen, and that's part of why I'm reluctant to engage too hard. So how many units are going to be able to usefully run forward here? I guess grouping up a little bit more than this is probably a good idea on account of the morale issues. But I want to make sure that our units have the ability to charge forward despite all the weird cliffs and stuff in this area. Okay, he is bringing in the reinforcements. Interesting. This is good for us, I think. This is actually pretty good. So Ipsawacha needs to... We need to make sure we get over here. I'm going to have this unit actually try to run onto the reinforcement space. See if we can employ some shenanigans and restrict the flow of their units into the area. You guys definitely need to run forward. Like, we got to kill that thing. The demon is going to get to fight us. We can't do anything about that. But we got to kill their ranged units as quickly as possible. So the Dust Bishops can just go after the demon, since he'll be up front, up close. Probably I'm going to have this Dust Bishop move here before attacking. This one probably will stay exactly where it is now, and this one should actually run forward. Yeah, it's not going to be a great attack this turn, but this guy's going to hopefully be able to wrap around with these units. A lot of us need to try to focus on the Dekari Rangers. Alright, let's see how this goes. Yes! I was hoping, like, he's hitting this guy, please let the chain lightning go the wrong way. Okay, so this is bad news for them. This has already kind of not worked out in their favor. Also, hey, Dust Bishop's actually doing real damage. Good stuff. Aw, you couldn't figure that out? And that guy's attacking the wrong target. Please just kill him. Okay, cool. So I want to fight them with their numbers being as bad as possible, right? That's why I'm trying to restrict the flow of enemies into the battle. I'd like to keep this reinforcement space open. We do want to kill, but we want to kill in a measured way so as not to ever have to fight anything that appears to be a reasonable, like, anywhere near an even battle. Screw that noise. It's like, maybe we fight this turn, like, I'm thinking maybe I want to instruct this guy to get off the reinforcement space. I think I'm going to do that. I suspect that their hero here is not going to move. What's your stats? Okay, yeah, you're a threat. You gotta get dealt with. I'm gonna instruct the hero not to move. You should go here and just attack whatever. You can attack from over there. This guy's late enough in the turn order that he's gonna retake the reinforcement space if I let him. And I don't want him to do that, right? Because I want to let in just enough of their units. For some reason I can't issue any move order to him at all. There, okay, there. That actually is... There we go. So I guess actually to here. So I want to let in 2 units on this next turn. Maybe I'm overestimating the capacity of my troops to commit the murders that we need to get committed here. But I'm hoping, basically, is where we're at right now. This is very hopeful. You need to move up there. You're in kind of an awkward spot. Probably need to move along with these guys. And yeah, I think these riders are basically doing the right thing. You know what? Let's try to make sure the demon dies. Let's put a little bit of extra weight on the demon. Okay. Oh, interesting. See, I wasn't expecting that because I thought that's where they were going to send the Divine Snake. So they've actually prevented me from opening up the reinforcement space, which is tricky. That's an interesting move on their part. I don't think that was like strategic. I think the AI is just not aware of the implications of the move. Get him, yeah, awesome. So we're in a tough position, right? Oh, no, that's not good. Ah, shoot, I really, really don't want them both blocked. I want to let more units in. Well, the good news is we know that the enemies are not really going anywhere. This guy is almost, like, he has to attack here, right? So there's no point in giving this guy a move order. He's not going to be able to process a move order. I'm going to send you to here. Really can't move our Dust Bishops around very much, unfortunately. Well, as it stands right now, they're both healing the Necrophage, which is cool. But yeah, just try to move forward, everybody. Do your best. Oh, interesting. I was expecting the circular attack not to work on this unit because this guy can't melee attack that unit because of the cliff. Didn't realize that the circular attack completely ignored restrictions like that. Oh, that would have been a really good time to finish that guy off. So many of my units would have healed. This is kind of not great, actually, because this guy's going to get the best Chain Lightning in the history of Chain Lightning. Ah, you know what? You're fine. This guy can move over to here. And stand... Right. Hey, let me issue orders. Yep, that was the... You gotta attack at one of the ends of the shape like that. It actually would have been better to have this hero attacking the demon, so that a stalwart would have finished that hero off and gotten some healing off of it. Then a lot of my units don't have... Whoa, where are you going, dude? A lot of my units don't have specific move orders, is what I was about to say, so actually I probably should have been more careful about that. And then that guy blocks the reinforcement slot. No, I wanted 2 enemy units to come in. Yeah, so we gotta back up, because I don't want to be adjacent to this guy. I want him... Well, we don't know... This is tricky. Because I don't know where he's actually gonna be by the time he attacks. Yeah. That's really annoying, because that's out of range of most of the guys that I had ordered to attack him. In fact, that's a very annoying position for him. Oh, he's going to just barely survive, too. Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to get too fancy here. The poor hero. Whatever shall he do? Okay, that was pretty successful. So are we going to get the city? I did kill the entire city garrison. I'm not 100% clear on how this is going to... Because we didn't kill all of the units that were in the battle. No, I don't get the city. Okay. That's fine. So they still have stuff left. I kind of want to move into a position where they're going to be able to... Oh, hey. Oh, never mind. I am already in such a position. I think we don't show up as reinforcements. Yeah, we won't be needed, and I want this army to still have... Although, actually, defensive reinforcing doesn't use your action point, I believe. I think that's right. In any case, I don't think these guys are necessary, though. They only have 2 units that are capable of melee attacks, which means I'm going to get actual control of my units, which means that they're in a lot of trouble. So the Ranger 8 is 225 attack, 75 damage. They're not really that different, actually. Has a little bit more defense, too. This looks to me like a like an era upgrade. Right, like this guy's wearing Dust 1 gear and that guy's wearing Dust 2 gear. Yeah, I don't think you're needed. But I'm pretty sure defensive reinforcing doesn't use your action point. I think we can throw these units in for free. At no organizational cost to ourselves. So this is actually pretty good, I think. This is a pretty good outcome. Them attacking us again is, like, I think, very bad for them. So I actually got an email from a guy who works on the Endless Legend community patch yesterday. And he was saying that yesterday, I was like, okay, we're going to pin him on the reinforcement spots, right? And then I was surprised when the AI seemed to be making tactical moves forward to unblock the reinforcement slots to let more of their units in. And he was saying that, yeah, that's intentional. That's something they put in the community patch. This guy in particular, like, developed that AI fix. So I assume the fact that we saw them, like, move forward and like, attack my units on their reinforcement slots to block, which meant that I continued to block their slots, was not, like, that's not intentional strategic behavior. Probably they are trying to get their reinforcement pads clear. It's just that that's a very complicated chain of logic, like knowing that if I don't attack this enemy unit, then I'm giving him a chance to move, and if he moves, then we might get more reinforcements. That's a much more complicated situation. Man, maybe I do just want to start everybody over here. I was thinking, like, you know, it's good to be close to the enemy, but also morale. Morale is a serious concern for us at this point in the game. Yeah, this is probably right. Okay, let's get them. They're going to bring in all of their reinforcements. I'm going to bring in all of my reinforcements, and it's going to be very brutal. Extremely brutal. Actually, this guy can't get over here. So we definitely want to try to put as much of a hurt on their ranged units as we can, but the Vine Snake does have to die. So maybe all of the ranged units go on the Vine Snake? Because we don't necessarily have to kill the archers this turn. We just have to put units on the archers this turn. Also, extra reinforcement slots. This unit is a support unit and has earned the first level of that extra reinforcement spaces talent, which is pretty cool. I wish I had extra reinforcement spaces. Alright, so you guys plan to attack ranged units as much as possible. I know that it is tempting to fight the big snake monster, but we gotta ensure that we get some people on these ranged units and crash their morale. Okay, that is definitely the target I would rather he have picked. So this buff that she's doing is a buff to attack, which is probably irrelevant, because again, we're looking at the bad attack tables pretty much always. Okay, good to be rid of that guy. A little bit of real healing would be cool here. It's a shame that we didn't quite finish him off. That archer has free counter. Okay, so 1 health on the archer hero. Who is best positioned to maybe attack that guy? Probably nobody, right? Yeah, probably nobody. This is actually a little bit awkward, because all of their units are low on health but not dead, so we're going to have to actually spend attacks on them. We need somebody to attack from right here. That's a pretty good healing spot. Although, actually, the spot you're in now is also good. Somebody else should run over there and heal from that spot. You... the cliffs are so awkward. We actually can't advance this way. We have to come around. Well, we can't really issue useful specific orders with a lot of these units because of the positioning concerns. We're just going to have to let this stuff happen. Wow, 0, man. Okay, that was pretty good. Those big stalwart hits are really valuable. And it's kind of funny how, like, sometimes it actually is good for your stalwarts to deal 0 damage to something just so that the number of stalwarts that has attacked the enemy is larger, so that you can get more heals off of it. I think this guy has got that hero's number. Nope, never mind. Oh, he can't attack from there. There's a cliff. There's a lot of cliffs in this area. Okay, what did we lose there? Did we lose anything? Was the only thing that died a hero who's going to last stand? Yes. Okay, that was just like massive, massive value and also 1,000 dust. Okay, so they have nothing left in this area then. So we are going to get mean at the beginning of our next turn, and we've really, really broken down their forces. And this army still has an action point. We can just take mean now, I suppose. Attacking from this side is somewhat likely to get that city's garrison involved. Maybe not ideal. But this city has no fortification, right? It can't. We've been sitting here for long enough. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. So actually, pulling this city's garrison into the battle in a way that doesn't allow them to take advantage of any of their fortification is probably fine. It's probably actually a good outcome for us. Making a lot of money. We're certainly not taking a truce. No sense ruling on something like that until you see the whole turn play out. But now that we've seen the whole turn play out, I am confident I do not want to do that. Yeah, we can pressure Jamaj after we get mean back. Also, boy oh boy, do we have some fortification damage. Okay, so you have movement now. Oh, how unfortunate for you. Oh, the village, right. Somebody needs to put on the thing. Just for a moment. It actually would have been really good to do that with him. Well, he should definitely not move off the city now, since he can't get back and do it anyway. But we'll take the city next turn, and then we'll equip the Eye of the Hernas, turn in that quest, and get access to an even better tier of titanium and glass steel trinkets. And then once we do that, we got to hit all of our governors real quick with the glass steel trinkets. And we have 10,000 dust to work with. And I've lost sight of that. Oh no, I haven't. They're running toward the front. They would like this battle to go differently. Okay, we do need to buy back a hero, right? Yeah, poor Ipsawacha just gets torn apart every single turn. We have 3 units in the garrison here. Oh, you know what? I upgraded my my design for these guys. Let's... Well, I guess retrofitting him doesn't really matter, because he's not fit to engage in combat anyway. I was thinking we could just have him engage this turn with the unit from Horlocken and everything. That's probably not a good idea, although... No, we cannot quite get the garrison of multiple cities involved. I think we want to buy another unit or two in Horlocken and then launch this attack and have those units run forward. But for right now, I actually do think we want to put... Here, let's throw these guys together. I am going to do the retrofit. We're going to put Ipsawacha on this army. I have to actually repair him here. Yeah, we put Ipsawacha on this army, and then we approach, but probably don't stand right next to them yet, because I want to let a couple more units finish first. So this army is going to need a Dust Bishop for sure, and then we are looking real low on strategics. This costs 9 Palladian, and we only have 8, but for some reason I'm allowed to build it, so I'm going to build it. And then, like, basic riders? Oh, hold on. I was rushing this. This is important. Okay, now, basic riders. Yep, so Ipsawacha is leading the somewhat weak cleanup team. He could accommodate 6 more units in his army. I'm gonna put 2 more basic riders in there. We're just gonna rush them, and then we actually have 3,000 dust this turn that I think we're putting toward infrastructure. It's been a while since it has been appropriate to put dust toward infrastructure. this city could be like this. And then we could, like, buy some population in some other places. Or, like, is there any other, like, really vital... Oh, right, we have units and everything. Hold on, let's run these guys forward. They have to, they have to come and help. And then, did we ever check mean for buildings to do? I guess we never held mean at 100%. So yeah, you can see here, like, these buildings and cities can't be destroyed until you have 100% ownership. So we will want to take some stuff out of here eventually. That's right, Green won the negotiation tactics deed. So a lot of the, probably all of the cities that we take from him will have negotiation tactics built already. That's pretty fun. That's a pretty good time. Is anybody else doing anything that we need to, like, really get done right this second? Actually, this city doesn't even have anything in the pool. Okay, so I guess we could use some of this dust-buying population to allow us to build burrows. Where are you burrowing? That's a pretty good spot. This is a slightly better one. City is not... I don't know, this city is still fervent. So we don't really have to be in a big hurry to level any districts up. I suppose we should still be thinking about that, though. Like, if I build here, we don't gain any dust. But we can make the city, right, the two width line kind of shape. I guess let's build here. We're gonna work on leveling up our districts because there is value to be had in that. So what else do we need to do this turn? Culch. Culch has finished some stuff. Culch definitely needs burrows. And you know what? I'm gonna burrow this way. I know that there's like cool stuff happening over here, but I'm gonna burrow this way first because I want to be able to build the strategic intensifier on this Hyperion. And in fact, we could just get that done now, and also we could be ready to build that other burrow right away. That's not terrible. This is super cheap. And we already have the population to go after the other burrow. And then, like, Culch and Inel in particular. Let's do some stuff here. Let's actually just buy a ton of points of population in Culch, because they're pretty good. Yeah, that feels alright. So, as it stands right now, we will not quite get those 3 units in the reinforcement range, but the other big army's in reinforcement range. We can have these guys ordered to move forward. Oh, did I take care of all these? Nope, I didn't. Got totally distracted. Emeroya also needs build orders. Emeroya is probably planning to stay on industry for a while due to exit and everything, so if we put up the dust depot, we'd get to 12 dust per citizen. And, like, in terms of building units, 413 industry is 900 dust. So we would need the dust value to be above twice the industry value for it to be better for us to go to dust here. So yeah, let's keep that as it is for now while we're still pushing troops. And we aren't really in a big hurry to attack on this front. Man, we're 52 minutes into the episode. Alright, I hate to do this. And we only played like one real turn. But I don't think, unfortunately, that I have time for another full turn at the length these turns are taking today. So I'm going to have to cut it off here. Tomorrow's episode will be a little bit longer. But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we start actually taking new territory from Green. Because I think we've got them beaten back pretty badly now. And we'll see you then.